You here are here because you want something greater. That's not for the masses. You think back to Jesus. Jesus had 13 disciples. They denied one, of course, because she was a woman. Can't have no woman disciple. What's wrong with you? Good Lord, woman, she can't do nothing but cook and raise babies and whatever all that is, Mary. Out of the 13 disciples, 2 got it. 2. Out of those 13 people that were right around him all the time. This guy is walking on water and raising dead people. And one is saying, well, he's a great politician, and another one's saying whatever they say, from their mind's point of view. 2 of them got it. Mary and Judas. They're the 2 who got it. He's called them aside and said, I will teach you what the mysteries are. Because they were ready. Peter, upon this rock I build my church, Peter, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Master, I got you. I got your back, Master. Peter, you're going to deny me 3 times before the cock crows. Oh, no, not me, boss. Here they come. Hey, you know that boy Jesus? I don't know. Who did he become? The first pope. First leader of the church. I get it. You see a bunch of guys coming with spears, dragging crosses and stuff. I get it. I thought I was ready, but I can see him now coming for me, and Kevin, who? What? Hear what the real truth is. Few. Now, question is, where do you stand? It's not about out here. It's not about answering that question to me. The question is within you. I've said in here today, you have to know. You have to decide. You have to know. You must know where you want to go. You must take it absolutely seriously. I don't mean seriously, but you must pay attention. You must live awake. Not sleeping. When you're sleeping, something comes over, well, you're in darkness. You can't do that. You cannot allow that one moment of weakness, and you allow that simply because you decide in that moment, I'm going to do this. And see, then you come to me with it, I tell you to get the fuck out of my face. I'm not just trying to be nasty. I can be a little raw, but what I'm saying is emphatic. I want to emphasize, get out of my face. That fuck out of my face is an explanation point. Because it goes, oh, do you get it? And see, somebody's God would not allow them to say fuck. But it would allow you to murder and think that's okay. You follow what I'm saying? It would allow for the real immorality. That's a word. You give it whatever you want. Whatever you want, you give it that meaning. Murder, whew, whole lot different. Okay, now that's the basis of what I had to say today. And that's all I have to say about that. Hang on. Yes.
What happened to Judas? Because it does, they say several different stories. I mean, what actually happened to him in his life later?
He committed suicide.
So that is, he did commit.
Why? He understood why.
Well, he understood that he was a pariah and that people were going to make his life hell, so he quit. He had it explained to him. It didn't say he really got it. I think the one that went all the way through it was Mary. She was the one who was close and was willing to go all the way, to give it all up. He wasn't quite willing to give it all up. Therefore, he gave up his life. There are points that we go to in our understanding that liberate us in certain ways, but it's that final point, that final thing that brings you through. Not willing to that last thing. See, that last thing it can be very deep. It can be religion. Steep very deep in religion. I was steeped very deep in it. I was a Southern Baptist. That was one of the things that had to go, because what I had learned was not the truth. Some of it was true. Truth runs through all of it. But even, see, you know what's the last thing that goes? Is the negativity about what you've learned about yourself. That is, man, I'm really an asshole. Oh, God. No, that has to go. It has to become, I just found $1 million. That causes the energy to flow another way. So the whole thing is going to be about how you take what you find. And that's the bottom line. Mary went all the way through. But nobody wants to give Mary credit. They did find the gospel according to Mary. They found it. But nobody wanted to hear that because it was a good old boys network. And see, they weren't willing to give up the good old boys idea. They weren't willing to do that. Well, why would he say that to her? Well, probably because she was ready to hear it and you weren't. She recognized who he was. She recognized, I recognize who this man is. Tell me, feed me, because I want to know. I want to know. She was willing to give up all the crap. These guys weren't. They were ready to become popes and all that. She was ready for obscurity. Does this make sense to you? Make sense to you, Wayne?
Yeah.
Thank you. Enjoy. Peace.